All right, I'm going to tackle a different kind of a question, and I'm curious to see how Dadnamics can work for this one. This is about tragedy and how it affects and relates to your children, coming from my buddy and pal, Lonnie. Well, Lonnie, I am not the ideal person to ask this. I'm a creative dad, and I have creative solutions, so I will do my best to relate to you. And I just ask that anyone who's watching this video, whether by email or through the group, please respond and give back your feedback to Lonnie and how, your experience and how you've come through the other end of a tragedy and how this, and how you can help him. So here's my personal experience. I'm a 40-year-old man. I've never lost anyone. All of my parents and all of my grandparents are still alive. My uncles, my aunts, my brothers, my sisters. It's quite amazing. My parents were really young when they had me. So all of my grandparents are still alive. They're in their 80s. So for me personally, I've only dealt with loss one time that's really truly affected me, and it still affects me literally 25 years later. And it was my Aunt Donna. Now, she was my mom's best friend, one of my mom's best friends, but she was so great to me. She took us out to parks, to theme parks. She would spoil me as her own son when she didn't have any kids yet. And I was the only child, and she was my Aunt Donna. And I even gave her credit in a book that I wrote for kids. I call her Aunt Donna. But in 1993, when I was 16, I got a call from my mom that Aunt Donna had died in a car crash. And it was the first time I've truly experienced tragedy. And from my side, it was really, really hard. I felt like I lost almost like a parent. And I was 16, and it affected me quite a bit. Now, my Aunt Donna left behind two daughters, 3 and 5 years old at the time. So they may have been too young. Lonnie's boys he's talking about here are 7 and 11. 3 and 5, not quite old enough to really grasp everything except for where's mommy. I know they can, but when you hit that 7 to 11, 12, when the formative years of a young man, I don't know the loss that these boys experience, Lonnie, and it's none of my business. So I'll just share with you the best that I've got. And I mean that this is the best that I've got. I'm a reader of the Bible every day as a Christian, but this is not a Christian thing, okay? This is a message that was turned into a song by the Byrds called Turn, Turn, Turn. And it's from Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verses 1 to 8. So why does that matter? Well, King Solomon was the richest and wisest man ever. Like, historically speaking, not biblically or Christian wise, historically speaking, the richest, wisest man of all time. His wealth surpassed, nations of the day. Just crazy, crazy. Well, he wrote wisdom and he wrote Ecclesiastes. He wrote Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. And here's what, I'll just read this. Okay, Ecclesiastes 3, 1 to 8. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Turn, turn, turn. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down, a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. Ha ha ha. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Oh, that wasn't dancing. I don't know what that was. It goes on. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones. It's always, there's a season, there's a one side of the spectrum and the other. And King Solomon says one side is a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance. So take those two. I believe that these boys are going to go through a season of weeping and a season of mourning. And I don't think it's wise to try and speed that up. I think they need to go through that as part of a healing process, however traumatic it has been. But there also is a season of laughter and dancing. And so what I want to encourage from the Dadnamics side is even while they're in this season, start letting them experience some of this. Take them out for the weekend. Take them camping. Let them experience nature. Let them build a fire and shoot a bow and arrow. Get them, start doing stuff with them, even just a couple hours at a time. Maybe take them to, we have this place I'm going to this weekend where you can jump on a trampoline park. You can jump on trampolines and just get their mind off of, they're in the season for a while. If you can get their mind off of that just a little bit at a time and give them a glimpse of fun, a glimpse of the next season, show them that there's hope and say, I'm with you, and be very empathetic with them and just be the best dad, best friend you can be to those boys. They're going to need you big time right now.